Hey, welcome back to the channel. We're going to talk about The Wizard of Oz 4K. I know I'm a little bit late to the game here, but it has been on sale. This was a real odyssey for me to get this film. Heath from Films at Home let us know that it was on sale for 14 bucks or something like that. And so I ordered it from Amazon and they lost it. Right? They lost it. Then they blamed me and said that I wasn't home or something, or they couldn't deliver it. And I don't know. Their carrier, it seemed like their carrier blamed me or something like that. I don't know. Well, anyway, yeah, that's not what happened. Okay. I went out and I looked around and I think I was able to get this at deep discount and I got it for like 18 bucks or something like that. It was close, but I had to have this. And I was on the fence. I was on the fence because if you're my age, in the 70s and 80s, The Wizard of Oz played every year. It was a big event because we only had like three stations and there wasn't a lot to watch. And these would come on, this movie would come on, you'd sit down and you'd be carted away to the land of Oz and it would be great. And then I think that they kept doing that until the 1990s, the early 90s, and then it kind of disappeared as there were more cable stations and, now there's streaming. And the reason I'm doing this video is I was on the fence about this having watched it so many times when I was younger. And I'm like, oh, it's a kid's movie. And I don't know, do I want to do this? And so finally it comes in and my wife was like, why don't we watch it tonight? Right? Because it's easy. You get a movie, you go, oh, good, I got the movie. You put it on the shelf and then you never watch it. She's like, we have some time. Why don't we watch it tonight? We'll have dinner. We'll watch it. They did such a wonderful job. Now, the transfer on this is beautiful. I thought that it was going to go, and forgive me, the ratios. I don't know. I don't know if it's 4-3 or whatever, but it's usually like that full screen, right? And this is how movies used to be shot. They used to be shot what is now what used to be shot in the old days for television, right? And so television screens were actually, it seems like they were formatted with the idea of that movie ratio, and then what ended up happening was the movies said, oh, we have to compete with TV. So they started to do these wider, more grander type aspect ratios. And now we have grander TVs that will accommodate those aspect ratios a little bit better. So in my mind, I figured that, maybe with The Wizard of Oz, that it would start in black and white. And okay, so it's in this full screen 4:3 type aspect ratio. And then it's going to go into either anamorphic widescreen or some sort of letterbox. But it didn't. It stayed, which is fine, because that was the intent, the director's intent. It was great. And I'll tell you, this is pristine and this is beautiful. And I'm going to make a big claim here that this movie from, what is it, I forget now. I should have looked it up before I came on. I think it's like 1939. This movie is more entertaining and more and grander and greater than all the movies that were in the theater or in streaming in 2022 combined. Combined. This movie is magnificent. It brought tears to my eyes. I cried when Judy Garland starts singing, right? When she sings Somewhere Over the Rainbow, it brought tears to my eyes. And I don't know, maybe it's somewhat nostalgia, but when you watch how they do this film, when you see without CGI the type of effects that they were able to create and what you get rendered on 4K, and I'm sure the Blu-ray is great too. It's just something to behold. I'm going to watch this movie every year now. It's going to come. It's going right with Jaws, right? One of my favorite movies of all time. It's going right up there with The Shining. It's going right up there with Die Hard. It's going to be one of those films that I turn to every year. And, people say, well, this is a kid's film. And it is. It's meant for children to watch. But it's amazing. And as an adult, you'll have no problem watching this. Now, I know everything is subjective, but if you watch this as a child or as a teen and you're ever captivated by it, this is the movie you need to get. Now, right now, I will put a link to this movie. The links right now, it may change, but if you find this link, I'm not going to make anything off of it. So if you want, and you want to go to one of your other creators, right, one of the other YouTube people, whether it's Jeff or Heath or whoever you like, click on one of their links and then navigate and find it. Or, I think you'll be able to find this like a deep discount at Walmart or whatever. Or maybe I'll link to that while it's still available. And if you've been on the fence, I would say pick this up. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. This is just amazing. It's an amazing piece of cinema. It held me captivated for its full runtime. And I was just blown away by it. And, I was able to get, it came with the slip, and you got the Blu-ray and the 4K. There's all sorts of special features here. I don't get around to the special features as much as I should. Other people have talked about this cover. I know the cover looks a little bit photoshopped and it's not great, but I'm telling you, the transfer is beautiful. 4K HDR. You get the HDR color grading. Everything pops. It looks immaculate. It's so great. So I just wanted to talk about that, let you know, let you think about it. So if your passion, right? I don't want to forget about this. If your passion is movies and tech and streaming and cord cutting and just all thing, movie reviews, all that stuff. If you have any collecting physical media, then why not subscribe to the channel? And why not comment? Tell me, I should have said this earlier. Tell me about your experience with The Wizard of Oz. Did you watch it way back in the 70s? Did you watch it in the 80s? Did you watch it in the 90s? Did you discover it somewhere else? Did you watch it on VHS or DVD? Did you discover it with your family? What is your story with The Wizard of Oz? For me, as you know, it was just ubiquitous. It was always there. It was always there every year until it wasn't. And now it is there. And I should have brought it out. I have the Target exclusive version on Blu-ray, which I never opened it. At one point, it was worth like around $90, I think. And I probably should have sold it because I never opened it. And I was just like, oh, Wizard of Oz. I wanted to have it and I never watched it. Now I've opened it. Now I've watched it in 4K. I'm glad I waited. But definitely worth a pickup. So anyway, I'm rambling again because I'm passionate. So why don't you join up? You can hit the notification bell. You can do all that stuff. I appreciate it. It'll help the channel to grow because we're starting from zero. We're starting from scratch here. And we're going to see if we can build this channel up, build up a community, have a good time. We'll talk about movies. We'll talk about everything. And we'll talk about anything you want. And if you want me to talk about something, leave it in the comments. And I might do a video on it. You never know. And also, I had another channel, which is David North Martino. It's connected here. You can go to my channels. You'll find me. It's become kind of a martial art channel because I'm a martial art nerd as well. I'm not there's a karate nerd, Jesse. I'm not him, but right. But I've been just really into martial arts for a long time. Maybe there'll be some crossover with some martial art films or something like that. But for the most part, I'm going to pull. I might try to move some of those older videos here. I want to build up this channel for that, maybe some 1-minute movie reviews. So if you've stuck around this long, you're crazy like I am, and that's great. I welcome you. I welcome your craziness. I'll keep you up to date on what's going on. You can check out my movie reviews at alanrwarren.com, and you can we're on the House of Mystery radio show. We're on KCAA 96.5 FM on your dial, but you can also find us on your favorite podcast, and we're also on YouTube. So why don't you join up? We'll have fun. And if I don't see you on the radio, I'll see you next time here. So, see you next time.